outdoor space like a patio or something. Let's talk about it real quick. 5 outdoor projects for a beautiful and fun vacation space. Look, enjoying the outdoors is probably one of the most important things you do. When you go outside and you go to a dinner, you think, oh, maybe I'd want to eat outside. Sometimes you it's blazing hot, obviously you don't. But if it's nice and beautiful, 70 to 80 degrees, why not? You can build a pergola, you can have a pool, what have you. Let's talk about a patio. Patio is anything that's like an extension of your house and not covered by walls. It could be just the ceiling or the roof. And then it could be attached or not attached. It could be temporary. You can build it in. I personally built a pergola. It's a 6-column pergola with the on valley and whatever, and I learned it all. I learned how to do it all on YouTube. I learned what a hip and a valley are on roofs, and I learned how to cut hip and valley things on my roof, on the pergola, and I was pretty badass. And I did the whole thing. I did the electrical. Place hasn't burned down yet, so gotta say it's pretty nice, and it's enjoyable when it's a nice cool evening and you have it covered. It just feels cozy. And I have fans and lights in there and a TV, so it's great for everybody to enjoy. Pool. It says down here you can get a pool for $29,000. I can tell you it's 10 times that because I know they're like $200,000 to $300,000. You can be like $500,000 for a pool in your backyard. But if it's something you want, I'm not going to stop you from doing it. What you should do is buy a house with a pool in it and then refix it, because you can have it resurfaced for like $30,000, $40,000. It's a lot better than $500,000, $300,000. And you can do a lot of hardscape around it, make it look nice and pretty, that kind of thing. I have a house for sale right now that has a pool, and it's nice. And you either want the house with a pool in it or you don't. And there's like a Venn diagram, right? You have 2 little circles, people that want a house, people that don't want a house, and those people that are in between are very few and far between. So selling a house with a pool in it takes a little bit of pressure, a little bit of style, a little bit of patience, because some people just don't want a pool. Porch. I have a huge side yard. I only have one side yard. It's a 0 lot line, but it's big. And I put cement there for the kids. They grew up and they got to play basketball and baseball, and they skated around on their little roller blades. They had scooters, and we had a tree house and a little sandbox. And having a court is awesome, because when your kids are being rambunctious, you kick them out and have a nice, safe place for them to go play. And it gets hot and they get tired, and then they sleep well. Great. Courts are awesome. You want to have nice evenings with your friends, coffee, wine, dinner, what have you, awesome. There's nothing wrong with having a deck, especially if it has a nice view of the mountains or the lake or what have you. Nice. And yeah, I can tell you that a 20 by 20 composite deck is not going to be $24,000 if you have it built. Okay. Front porch. Yep. My entire front area is a big patio, and I love it because it has the shade. It has the evening shade, not the sun. And I can go out there and just chill out and look at TikTok or play on my computer or whatever while it's cooling down. And I have it paved out and it looks nice. I have a bunch of comfortable chairs and I have a little fire pit there, and it's really nice to have. So something nice to have. Don't do it for ROI, do it for your use. So if you're thinking about moving in the next couple of years, don't do it. You're not going to get the ROI up, the return on investment for it. If you're going to stay there for a couple of years, 5, 6, 20 years, because we stay in houses like 20 years now, 12 years in most of California, use it. Use your space outside. Do something, have a nice project, and you can be proud about it. You can brag about it, get it done. But don't think you're going to get money out of it. Some people like it, some people don't care. What you should know if you inherit a house, because I'm a probate guy. That's one of the things we do. Let's go into it. Initial consideration, should you move into it, or should you sell it, or should you rent it? Or this is something where I want you to call me and we can just bounce ideas off, and I'm not going to tell you either way to do it. My intention is to not sell your house. My intention is to get the best use for you out of it, whether that's moving in or having a child move in or what have you. There's tax implications, there's legal ramifications that you have to know about everything. And I don't give you that advice. I tell you what questions to ask when you talk to your tax guy or your legal guy. I'm the real estate guy, right? And I'm here to be your quarterback and shuffle everything together so we all have the same consensus and idea, so we don't talk in silos. It's important that we don't do that. Is there currently a mortgage on it? It could be a reverse mortgage, whatever. There's all sorts of implications. If it's a specific type of mortgage, you might have to refinance it into your name. If it's under your trust, then that might be able to hold out for a little bit. So something you have to realize and talk about. Did you inherit a house with your siblings? I've sold houses, multiple houses with that person and their sibling, and it's gone immensely smooth. 1 time out of 100, you're going to get that one thing where the sister and the brother are fighting for every little thing fighting because they're petty and feelings are hurt and this and that, or there's believed ownership of something, and then you have to break out the lawyers, and it's just not fun. My thought is, let's just get this done and be done and go on our merry way. But yeah, it happens, right? That's why you have lawyers. That's why there are lawyers out there. They make a lot of money doing that kind of stuff. When you do that requires a lawyer, oftentimes it's better just to put on your big boy pants and adult up and understand that there's concessions to be made. Something to think about. In California, they want you to move into the house. They have something called Proposition 19. And if your parents pass away and you move into the house, you get to keep their tax base. It's not, you can do that. And then Proposition 19 also allows you to move. If you're over 55, you can move from that house to another house and keep that property, that tax basis, 3 times. There's a lot of things that you have to be aware of. There's certain loopholes and certain restrictions. So make sure you talk to the tax assessor before you do that, before you make a decision. What happens if you want your child to move in? Say your child's 23 years old and he's semi-responsible. Yeah, you get to keep the tax basis on that as well, right? So stuff to really know about. And that's what a lawyer's for. That's what an accountant's for, a CPA, a tax person. And that's my job, is to point you off, get you in a little bit of trouble and ask the right questions so that we're all on the same page. So if you're